Opened in 1998, the National Prisoner of War Museum tells the story of prisoners of war throughout American history. This facility doubles as the park's visitor center and is the best place to begin a visit. The National Prisoner of War Museum is dedicated to all prisoners of war in America's past who have served their country with dignity and distinction, so that current and future generations will be inspired by their service and sacrifice. Former prisoners of war partnered with Andersonville National Historic Site to create and develop the National Prisoner of War Museum, the only museum solely dedicated to interpreting the American prisoner of war experience. The building is a memorial to all Americans held as prisoners of war. Through exhibits and video presentations, the museum is a reminder that American freedoms come at a great cost. We'd like to take one moment to thank you for watching our videos and to remind you to please subscribe to North Alabama Local History YouTube channel. One of the few civil things about the Civil War were its gentlemanly prisoner exchange. POWs from each side would be swapped for the other. That ended when the North realized that it was restocking the South's dwindling supply of soldiers and led to the creation of giant POW camps in the North and the South. The worst was at Andersonville, Georgia. It was little more than an open field surrounded by 15-foot-high walls made of tree trunks. Nearly 30% of the 45,000 Union prisoners died in only 14 months. The Andersonville prison eventually became a National Historic Site, and its infamy made it a natural spot for the National POW Museum, which opened in 1998. The National Prisoner of War Museum is dedicated to all prisoners of war in America's past who have served their country with dignity and distinction, so that current and future generations will be inspired by their service and sacrifice.